My name is Kgosi Ntono. I am based in Bloemfontein. I am the founder of Kane Studios, which is an animation and film studio. We are looking into stories that our grandmothers used to tell us sitting by the bonfire, or some tsotsi guy you knew from the township. My issue has always been there was not a lot of African content on television. So as a young creative, I've always battled. And then obviously thereafter that I finished school, but naturally I'm a creative. I sketch, I draw, I paint, I sculpt. And then I decided finishing off my matric that I was gonna go into the line of whether film production or cartoon creation, something in that line. After finishing my matric, I went to Damelin. They had a course for multimedia and 3D animation. And then during that time, this is when Toy Story came out. And then I thought, yeah, this is what I was looking for. And then when I was finished with my Damelin studies in 3D animation, and then I decided that I'm going to start a company. But officially, Kane Studios was launched in 2016. And then this is when, as a team, as a collective, we decided that we're going to push our African creative content forward. So I saved all my money, and then we would fund our own computers, buy our own stuff. Most of the things that we do, they are almost like in the pipeline, so to speak, but the only one that the public has had the privilege of actually having looking at it is the film Living Rocks, the one that I've mentioned, because every now and then, even when I get to go to public speaking, there is new elements that we bring in that the previous audience didn't get to experience. From your creature side of it, from how the story is packaged. We've even gone to lengths of this little doll here is one of the first mascots that we have designed that is movie inspired. So there's a lot of them that are going to be coming through. We have now entertained the idea of not calling our big five. In the movie I speak of the big seven, and people ask me, what's the other two? And I always say, like, don't worry, after 18 months, get a ticket and you go check it out. The other two that I'm mentioning, which is, those are the kind of things that we're bringing. We don't want to conform, but we're just adding value on top of what's already existing. We are busy formulating our own platform, where it's one of those secrets where people can actually go view our own content on that specific platform. I think the first one I'll mention in terms of the assistance we got from government. The first one is the STIA. They had a competition called Tabalaza where we had to pitch for 3 minutes. Investors were there, and it was a pool of young people that we had to present our businesses, our concepts. And then Kane Studios got the first prize. And then from there we got an amount that which we had to spend on equipment only. And then we've worked with CEDA. CEDA, in terms of our branding, when we did the launch, they helped us with all our branding stuff, which looked awesome. Our profiles, from our media banners and so forth. And they also are actually assisting us with the registration of our copyrights in terms of our work. So they've spearheaded that thing as well. And then they're also exposing us into different platforms, your exhibitions. They've got a facility where they pay for those exhibitions, and then we go through there and then we exhibit our work. We had equipments, but now they were not, we didn't have enough, because the equipment that we use is quite expensive, from licensing of softwares and the computers that we use, in the film and the graphics world. So that actually really pushed us forward. We were able to purchase those things. We were able to put more bodies behind the computers. Some were admin related, some of them were adding more creatives into the team. We have the content, we have the creative. The difference is they have more toys than us. We're looking at about a minimum requirement of about 100 to close to 400 people that you'll be hiring. So that will be from the most less required skilled to the highly skilled individual. We're talking about close to about 400 families that are going to benefit. And apart from that, we will also be attracting, external work, because once we show the capacity and the ability to create what the world can do at the rand value versus the dollar value, definitely we will be attracting a lot of business within South Africa and obviously outside of South African borders. The bigger dream is to plant KN everywhere else in South Africa. But for now, in the Free State, we have had about 3 more additional people. There were 3 families that actually their lives were changed. And obviously with more equipment, with more funding, more still to come. And the hype that KN has been able to even influence businesses that are not necessarily linked with us in terms of the textile industry. We have now engaged with them as well. They are also benefiting. The value chain has been extended. It's not only just the studio, but it's gone further. To enter in our space, it's extremely challenging because number one, Free State is not known for what we do. We're the only people that do what we do here. And being young and black as well, and the team for now, it's just young black people, because we have made a decision that all of us could go to Joburg or anywhere else to go earn 50, 60 grand, but we've decided that to pioneer this thing because we believe in it. And because our vision and our minds are one, we sometimes, if I have a bad day, one of my team members actually motivates me to come, look, I've got this concept. What do you think of this? So even though we might have our ups and downs, but for the fact that we decided that we are not after the big salaries for now, we're going to get this thing starting and we're going to do it right. So for young people to come into our space, just know that it's not easy because not a lot of black people play in this space. Making an animation film by South Africans, by young people in South Africa on its own is going to be a world-changing experience. I know that when we started, the concept of what we're doing was like, what is this? For their patience, for their professionalism, it went a long way. To thank a few, number one, because I've worked this journey the longest with him, I remember his name quite well, Taten Zane from CEDA. Awesome guy, he deserves a promotion. Osma Tlotlo from Distia, she has been quite supportive. And from NEF, they are new additions, so now I've worked with a lot of them from the DTI, from Pretoria, and as well from the IDC. They have been quite helpful, and I just want to say thank you. And then for other young people that come with crazy ideas similarly to ours, just entertain them because gold is running out, and the space that we're running at is the next chapter in terms of expanding the economy and then growing the economy. And for that, I just want to say thank you very much. And obviously, they will see more of my face. When we get the Oscar, I'll still mention them. But in a nutshell, they've been good support, and I'm looking forward to doing more things with them moving forward.